This life is heavy with an overload. Like every door I see is shut. But when we're sinking to our deepest lows, we've got nowhere to go but up. That's when you say, hey, my love, we're nowhere near the end. There'll come a day, hey, I swear you ain't seen nothing yet. So I went down to the water and found my faith, because I don't wanna be stuck in the good old days. That's when you say, hey, I swear you ain't seen nothing yet. Found my faith, bowed my head for the blessings that come my way. There'll come a day, I swear you ain't seen nothing yet. So I went down to the water and found my faith, because I don't wanna be stuck in the good old days. That's when you say, I swear you ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet.
How was it?
Point at the map and we'll get there somehow. The sky ain't falling, let's get out of this town. Our time is vital and we're making it count. Doing what we can to show them who we are now. Okay, 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 yeah, yeah. Let's show them what we're made of. Let's show them who we are. Okay, 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 yeah, yeah. Don't aim for the clouds, we gotta shoot for the stars. We got tonight, yeah, yeah, we got
Chill.
What is up?
What's up, folks? How y'all doing?
Happy Wednesday here on the CBC Down and Back podcast. The camera's like way up there for us, folks. We got a new camera. Bill got a Christmas present.
I got a new monitor for Christmas,
It's
and
nice.
my camera mount doesn't mount on it, so because it's one of those little super thin ones that
Yeah.
you can like mount in a wall and stuff. It's freaking awesome.
But welcome back from the SuperMajor. I know everybody's been going through the storms, man. Weathering the storms.
Yeah.
And that was the story of Owensboro, too. I mean, there were some brackets, especially that bracket B we had. If you were going to be somebody in there and even make the top 8, you were going to have to weather the storm.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a brutal bracket.
And storm the next day.
And the next
People
day.
were delayed by like 4 and 5 hours driving home
Yeah.
and stuff like that, going 30 miles an hour, freaking crazy out there. Luckily, I didn't hear about anybody having too much of an issue getting home.
I didn't see any major issues. Yeah. I
which
think
is
somebody
good.
had a flat tire or something like that, which would suck when it's, 25 degrees away.
Yeah.
Or 25 degrees outside.
I'd be calling
Not
you
good.
to come change it for me.
Yeah, I would do it. I'd get my bibs on. Be out there. But what's
I'm
up?
not
folks?
going out in that.
The SuperMajor was a great success, man. Great freaking
It
time. We love it, especially because of the amount of time that you kind of have down, right? Like
Right.
the amount of downtime. I mean, we're selling bags, kind of hustling, stuff like that. But that gives us an opportunity to talk to a ton of people, meet new people, reconnect with old friends. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just SuperMajor's awesome. I hope there's more of them in the future. It's always something I preach about. Like, we need more SuperMajors.
We do. I think we need at least 3 of them a year, in my opinion, anyway. Owensboro, it's a standard for it.
Yeah.
I don't know what other venues are big enough. Maybe like Spooky Nook is a big enough one to be
Yeah.
able to have tailgaters and stuff like that. If they
Mhm.
rented another room in there. I don't know where else really though. Branson, I don't think you could do tailgaters. They have other rooms there too, so maybe. But yeah, 3 of them would be absolutely great.
Yeah, I mean, I would like for every Pro Series event to be a SuperMajor.
Yeah,
Because I think it works out.
there's
There's five.
Yeah, 5.
That's like, in the future, but that's what makes sense to me. Make those events SuperMajors.
Yeah.
Pro Series, SuperMajor, every single time. Increase pot. Yeah, but we're talking about Family Feud stuff right now, Bill. We're freaking...
Oh yeah,
Okay.
okay. Well, we started out with a recap.
Yeah, we did a little bit, but we got the winner circle. It's a big one. It's a big one this
No,
week.
it's not that. It's 19. 19.
It should have been way more than that.
19 were in the chat.
Derek Ken and Mike P. My
Hanging it
man,
out.
dude. With
Mike-
the Ronins.
Mike P, I believe for 2025 has had all first places.
Oh, really? Have you seen him on other stuff?
No, just this one.
Oh, well, Derek Cannon too then.
Yeah, Derek Cannon also. That's what I'm talking about, Mike. All right, next one, Shannon Roberts. Let's
And
go.
Joe Hart won, man.
You guys-
And they took down Tier 5 doubles.
Throwing the old Ronins too, man. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome.
Shannon loves the Ronins, but they got some wood, man. And that's what Shannon said. Shit, I'm just trying to get some wood, Dylan.
Yep.
So, hey, Shannon, you go out there, you get them.
Oh, so something I haven't told you about yet.
Mm-hmm.
I may be playing doubles in Clarksville.
With Shannon?
No,
With who?
Kyle.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, he just wants
Yeah,
to. He's like, he asked me last night. He's like, Bill, will you just play doubles? I'm like, I mean, sure, we'll win, a different tier or something like that, or maybe,
It'd be cool if you guys made the main bracket.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Go out there
it
and do
would be.
something.
It would be fun. But yeah, I might be. I don't know.
I like it. I like it.
So
Kyle's
we'll
the
see.
man.
We'll see.
We got Mike Ross and his partner. I don't know who his partner is, but Mike Ross, dude, he's always down there killing it in Mississippi.
Okay, this is Mississippi. Then I thought this was Glasgow. Okay, you're right.
No, this is Mississippi. This is where they usually have that little rat thing.
What's that?
You know what I'm talking about? That little rat-looking thing that they have down there
No.
that they put in their podium pictures. I'm pretty sure this is the spot.
I don't
Doug
know.
Parker plays down there. The Puckets
Oh,
play down
I think I
I
have
think it's
seen
Corinth,
it.
Mississippi, maybe Corinth, Mississippi. But I'm pretty sure this is the spot.
I also do want to call out Zach Kier. Thank you for the design idea on those bags. We've sold a few of them, brother. So thank you. Appreciate
Yeah, I
that.
couldn't have done it without you.
Yep. Oh,
Lynn,
there we go. Yeah, Lynn up
What up,
in
Lynn?
Buffalo. She's wearing her Buffalo. Is that a brawl? Yeah, that's a Brawlers jersey. That must be the new season's jersey up there for NACA.
those are the Animal Kingdom frogs right there.
Yeah, taking down to first place. Absolutely love it.
Lynn's a
Awesome.
stud.
Congrats, Lynn. Next one here.
Mike Ross again with the Ronin. Same one.
go.
Let's go with a different partner. Mike Ross can get it done with anybody.
Tanner Neal, thanks, man. I appreciate that, dude. We put a
Yeah,
lot of
Ronin's
work
the
into
best
that.
bag in the game. I mean, I really still agree with that. I did get a text from Hoppy yesterday, Bill, and he said the fill combo and material combo of the Wildfire is the best. It's perfect, I think is what he said. It's
Really?
perfect. That's what he said. I said, I appreciate it, man.
That's awesome.
I told
Yeah.
him, sell some freaking bags then.
Hell yeah. Look who's in the chat.
There's Zach.
Zach,
Yeah.
I hope you heard that about 20 seconds ago, brother. All right.
Tanner Neal's in the chat just hoping we bring up his shenanigans from the weekend.
Oh,
Which
yeah. We might.
Donnie
I heard
Hornsby.
about it.
And, gosh, what's his partner's name here? It's Jacob something. Jacob Williams?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure on this one. But Donnie and Jacob, this was in Concord, actually, Bill. We missed it, and he sent me the picture just now. I think this was like tier 3 or tier 4 doubles. But
That's
still,
freaking awesome, dude.
getting it done.
That's more wood than I got.
Yeah, County Line Cornhole. Shout out, County Line.
Absolutely awesome. Congrats, guys.
Scotty Ball, dude. This guy is on a freaking tear. If anybody doesn't know who Scotty is yet, I mean, he's got to be up there, right? Like, I mean, he beat everybody this weekend. The who's, the Caleb Hurd, the
We're going to
Isaac
talk
Hurd.
about it.
Okay,
We're going to
all
talk
right.
about it.
All right.
We will. I mean, now's a good time to talk about it, I guess, because
He
this
might
is
be
a
up here
podium
again, but
Yeah.
I mean, we can talk about him later on. I don't care when we talk about him, but
Let's talk about it now, real quick, because the Pro Series, it was freaking awesome. We can talk about it right now, or when Braden's picture's up here, or whatever. But
yeah,
Pro
let's do it
Series,
with Braden's picture because don't we have a picture of him and Scotty together?
Okay, all right, yeah,
And then
okay, I
that's a good
believe
time?
so. Yeah, I believe so. Okay.
Timmy Key's been throwing gas too.
With the Ronins, man, he's been
Yeah.
killing it with them.
I
I love
partnered
it.
up with him in blind draw. We went 2, maybe 3-2. I wasn't throwing great, but we had some tough matchups. But
I heard you threw pretty good.
I threw all right. Yeah. Jacob Williams, I was right. Let's go.
You beat
Timmy Key's the man though.
You beat Average Joe's Cornhole owner, right?
Yeah, that guy. I mean, no disrespect. He missed the board a lot.
Did he really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's okay.
He said he's just a little off. I was like, hey man, it's all good.
I got to talk to him for about a half an hour. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he seems like a great dude. Great dude.
Right.
Rice. Another good weekend for Bryce too.
Yeah, I think this was the regional on Monday, though.
Like 2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago,
Yeah.
and I think he is now maxed on regionals, which is awesome. Bryce currently sitting number 3, maxed out on regionals, and I mean his best finish at a major is second place overall, and then the rest are like thirds or
Yeah, I think
something.
he's
Like
a
he's
few points
yeah.
away from maxing out completely. Dustin Arant 1 point away from maxing out completely.
Yeah.
He needs one overall major win, and he got dipped by Isaac this weekend, or else he would have got it.
Yeah, I believe he's like 9 points ahead of Bryce or something.
Yeah,
like
he's
that
1 point. I know Dustin's 1 point away. I looked at it yesterday. He's at 919, 920 being the maximum.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Congrats, Bryce.
Congrats, Bryce. You demand. There's Braden right there. Looks like Derek did a little crappie on this
Yeah,
one.
he did.
Yeah.
He did.
Okay, well that's fine. Braden deserves all the kudos here, man. He finally gets it done in a singles event. So Braden Easterling, everybody knows him, a freaking animal over the last probably, what would you say, 18 months to 24 months?
Yeah.
Has been really, really good.
Yeah, really.
And he hasn't won a singles title or a Pro Series title, anything like that, right? So in the Pro Series, he gets it done. And I mean, playing against a red hot Scotty Ball, which for us, bittersweet championship. I'm going to tell you right now, you
Yeah.
think it's cool until it's happening. And then you're like, wait a minute, dude, this isn't as cool as I thought it was. I'd rather see him beat somebody else.
I know.
From a different team.
I wasn't really rooting for either of them. I was happy for both of them, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. What I did want to talk about the Pro Series, though, first round they did the call-outs, right?
Yeah, the call
And
out.
Scotty Ball called out Caleb Hurd.
Caleb Hurt, yeah.
Scotty
Wild.
literally called it, yeah, wild. Who's going to do that? I mean, Scotty's got one of those mentalities. I guess if you're going to win, you got to beat him, right?
Yeah.
And then the second round call-outs, Isaac Hurt calls out Scotty Ball,
Trying
saying,
to get brotherly
"Hey, you
revenge."
beat my brother. I guess it's time for you to play the king." And Scotty beat them both. It was very cool. Although Isaac got his revenge the following day anyway. So
Yeah, in singles.
21-0 in singles. So he
He
did
was
get
on
his
a tear.
revenge. Yeah.
But yeah, then Scotty played Drew Waking and beat Drew. I mean, he went through the
Yeah.
murderer's row of who's who.
He did.
Braden beat Nate Stevens, I believe, to start off with, which, I mean, obviously a dog. Yeah, and they were forced to do that. We didn't want CBC on CBC crime, but it's like,
Right. Yeah,
how
I hate
it worked out. Nate had to pick Braden, or Braden had to pick
Yeah.
Nate. And so he played Nate, then he played Kenny Bolton, which was throwing really well. And then I forget who we played in the third round.
Yeah.
Was it Parker, maybe Parker Burgett? I'm not sure. But then he played Scotty, and he played the best I'd seen him play in the Scotty game.
So-
and they were both on fire. Scotty was one bag away.
There was 1 or 2 rounds, exactly, where you say one bag away. I think it was 1 round, might have been 2, where it was it wasn't a ridiculously tough shot either. He just came up short on one of them, and that would have ended the game, and Scotty would have won that, right? But they pushed it. I think it was 2 rounds. It might have only been one where Scotty had the opportunity to be able to win
Gavin
and
left.
kind of steal it. But then, the skins got so high that whoever,
on the
stuck
next
down,
one,
right?
yeah. Gavin Lesh is who Braden played. That makes sense. And Gavin had a great weekend too.
Yeah.
And then Braden, to speak to finishing up the game, Braden hit like a ridiculous reverse cut collect, right?
Yeah,
he
he
was
did.
inside arm, kind of reverse cut, brought a bag off the edge.
Yep.
And Scotty was forced into an airmail drag, and I mean, it's like barely hanging.
Very
you know?
cool.
But
David
a
Lauro,
great
what
match.
up?
Great
Dude, I
match.
love
David
it.
Lauro, what up, brother?
David came out, saw us out there, his first real pro event to go see and kind of walk around and stuff. I hope you had fun out there, brother.
That's awesome.
We got one happening in Clarksville in February, so make sure you come to that one. We're going to be streaming that also.
Yeah.
Very close to you, about 45 minutes away.
Awesome.
All right.
Gavin Kirk, another dude who showed out this weekend, especially in the doubles. I think took 4th overall
He did.
with the Amigo.
Yeah.
Throwing in that freaking jacket, son. That freaking beaver pelt.
I don't know how you do
and
it.
jeans.
I don't know
On
how you
center
do it.
court, ripping bags. I mean, it was absolutely crazy. But Gavin shows up and he plays freaking well, man. Gavin's the dude. I think this
Yeah,
is
he
a
does.
regional somewhere. But Gavin loves the carbons, man, and he throws the heck out of them.
He was bumped up to the pro team not too long ago either. He's a stud. I mean, Gavin, I don't know how he throws and all this gear that he has. But I'll tell you what, maybe he's got like some sort of electronic in there that makes him pumped. I don't know.
I think just you look good, you feel good, you throw good.
Okay,
You know what I mean? I
all
think it's one of those.
right. All right, I like it.
What up, Matt? Good to meet you this last weekend,
Yeah.
Matt. You're the man, bro. Jamie, look at getting them wildfires on there, Bill.
I know already.
These
She's
are the
freaking
secrets,
on
too.
there.
This is one of the secret sets out there.
Looks like Jamie's playing with Bryce. I don't know who Bryce is.
Oh, I don't know who Bryce is, too, but that's a good catch on the jersey there, Bill.
Yeah.
But I think he's holding up the Ronin. She said they threw both sets of bags. She's working on breaking in the wildfires, and they get it done. Jamie's awesome, man. Jamie
She is, yeah.
at a major. If you haven't met her, you probably will. She's a freaking light of energy.
Yeah, she is. She's got a lot of
going
energy.
hard
Yeah.
out there. A lot of energy, a lot of focus.
We got her on the whole nation with the CBC bags too.
Yeah, she's a big supporter,
Yeah.
man. Jamie's awesome.
Freaking awesome.
Good to see you this
Congrats.
weekend, Jamie.
Yep. All right, next one
Is that
here.
Ron?
Ron and Aiden.
And
I believe.
Aiden, yeah. With the carbons, those are those Ron's carbons? The OGs?
I think they are.
From way back in the day, man. That's an OG carbon design, isn't it?
Yeah. And they got the trophies there too. What are the trophies for?
Yeah, I think that was that December 30th tournament that we promoted on here.
Oh, yes. I remember.
Last week. I forget exactly what the donation was for, but it was some sort of benefit tournament. Good shooting, guys.
Yeah, congrats, fellas. Timmy
Timmy
Key again.
getting it done with the Ronins, those Kentucky Ronins, man. He loves those things.
Tristan
Wildcats.
sighting in the background too. Just throwing that out there.
It's hard to miss Tristan.
He's a tall fella.
Yeah, he's got to be 6'8", right?
He's crazy.
Is he 6'8"?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
even know.
Yeah, he makes you feel small. I know that because I make.
I
you
try
feel
not to
small.
stand next to him, but he wants to talk to me, and it's like, it's not great.
You gotta stand a
And
little
I'm
bit.
like, crap, dude. Jack and the Beanstalk, dude. It's rough out here.
Congrats, Timmy. All right, Shannon again. Let's go with the elixirs. She's always on here with the elixirs.
Yeah, she
I
is.
love that she throws the elixirs. I do want to play co-ed with you one time at least, Shannon. Hopefully before the end of
True.
the year. I want to try it one time. So freaking awesome! Congratulations, taking a third. Steve.
I don't, and that's
Vernon.
Vernon.
Yeah, Vernon.
And are those Ron's carbons?
Yeah,
Or
it
is
looks
this
like
another
it.
blue set
Man.
and more trophies. Did they steal the trophy here? What's going on with this?
Are these guys just taking pictures with the bags to be on the stream?
They might be.
They might be. They might.
I don't blame them, but I mean, hey, Steve, Vernon, get it together.
No, I'm gonna
Get it.
check on Scoreholio just to make sure.
Get it together. All right.
I like it. Nate Allen, let's
And
go.
Ashley, that's Derek Cannon's girlfriend, fiance, something like that.
Oh, really?
But she just started playing not too long ago, and she's been hitting podiums, man.
That's awesome.
I love to see that when somebody gets started and then you see them in the winner's circle. You're
Yeah.
watching them progress, and that's a good time. Nate Allen, I'm sure she put you in the backpack. She carried it.
I'm sure. She'll probably end up beating me in like 2 weeks. Nate Allen's been playing for 10 years, still can't beat me.
Nate Allen, lifetime member.
Oh,
What
did
did
Derek
you-
put Derek
Dan?
did it? Derek did it. 100% Derek did that, right?
No, I think Dan wore that.
No, there's no way.
No, he didn't.
There's
But
no
Dan,
way.
third place at a regional, man, getting it done. Dan the man, throwing them Phoenixes from the Clarksville pre-party.
Yep.
So those are almost a year old.
Yep,
those
next
bags
month,
right
a
there.
year old. And he's been throwing them every freaking time. That is what Dan throws. Dan's a great guy. Love having him throwing CBC. Doesn't buy many bags.
No, Dan's great. He wins bags, man.
He throws them,
wins
man.
them. Yeah.
He throws them forever. I love it. All right, last one here.
There he is, Tristan,
Yep.
the man. And you can tell right there, that guy next to him is actually 6'4".
Exactly.
I don't know. Throwing the Ronins, though, and Tristan kills it with the Ronins.
Yeah, he does.
He really does. He loves that bag. He's got wildfires now, so I think they give us about 2 weeks, folks. You're about to be seeing some wildfire photos.
Yeah, you'll see him out there. You definitely will see him out there.
A lot of people have them now, and they're going to be circulating. If you haven't got a set, they should be available on the website right now, I believe.
I don't even know if they are.
Hey, if they're not available on the website, just shoot me a message, folks.
Yeah,
If you need some wildfires.
It may be still pre-order. I'm not sure if we
After
it yet.
Knoxville, gosh, I don't know when we'll open up customs for wildfires. We're kind of swamped. Maybe March.
It'd be a little while. No big deal.
Yeah, but yeah, wildfires available. Ton of sets sold. I mean, we sold out. We sold out of
we sold
wildfires
out.
at the SuperMajor.
No
So
more.
hot commodity, man. People are talking good about that bag. Can't wait to see some of our pros throwing them, winning some major stuff like that.
I want to see Hoppy throw them. I mean, he said they're good. I want to see him throw them for a little bit. So, all right, let's get into the points. A little recap of the points. You ready for the chart?
I'm ready.
All right.
I think it's no joke, dude.
Yeah, I know. It's about 3 seconds too long.
Yeah, I mean, maybe 2 seconds too long, but I mean, it's fine. We're used to it now. This is the CBC point chart right here, folks, for family picks. Each week for the upcoming majors, we make picks, myself versus Bill versus a guest sometimes. Last week, we had none other than ACO Pro Bryce Jefferson on here challenging us for a free set of bags or who knows what. I mean, we give Bryce
I think
so
he
much
wanted
stuff.
like $1,000 bet or something. He wanted something crazy.
Yeah, but this is how it works. We make the picks for each division. How the players finish in the division based off of the bracket is how many points they get. First place 10 points, second place 9 points, third place 8 points, fourth place 7 points, fifth place 5 points, seventh place 3 point, 3 points, ninth place 1 point. After that, you get no points. Got to take a top 10 in CBC if you want anything. No participation trophies. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Last week's ratings are in, or our scores are in anyway.
Yeah, I scored this up, did the math, and yeah, Bill smoked
Smoked
us,
everybody. Super major, that's me, dude. I get wins all the time. I did go through a little rut. I have been through a little rut.
I thought you've
but
been
I've
doing pretty
built
good
back.
lately.
Yeah, lately I've been doing really good.
Yeah, you're in a little mid-season
good,
high
yeah.
right now, which
Yeah.
is good. I mean, all we had to do is beat Bryce, folks. It's us versus y'all, okay? And no matter what Ricky Evans says, all right, it's us versus y'all.
Exactly.
And
that's what
it.
it is.
Got to beat us both. I know it's an unfair disadvantage, but when we beat you, you don't give us anything. So we need
send out a free
something.
T-shirt. We do all sorts of
Yeah,
stuff.
we
Sometimes
donated
I-
some bags.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, we've done some stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We had
Anyways,
2v1.
the breakdown. Women's was a first-time women's champion in Owensboro, Mrs. Kelly Naylor. And I'm proud of her. Because we've talked about her being kind of underrated. Her and Jimmy make some serious runs in co-ed. But and women's, you see her up there. You know, at maybe the smaller majors and stuff like that, you see her top 5s, top 3s, top 10s. But Kelly Naylor, the biggest major of the season, takes down the women's bracket. And I mean, just excited to see it for her.
Yeah, it's freaking awesome. Yeah, I don't even think, like, we didn't get women's to stream. We got juniors, and I believe, who did they get women's on the main board?
Yeah, they finished women's and then
So
had
seniors were the ones that were kind of left out a little bit.
Well, they were behind. Yeah.
Yeah, a
And
little bit behind.
A little bit behind.
Why
but
did that happen so often? Do you know?
I think the seniors are more methodical with their gameplay. Like the amount of time between their opponent throwing the bag and them throwing the bag, most of them wait. Like a junior is firing before that bag even stops
Right.
on the other side. Women's is somewhere in the middle most of the time. Seniors, besides the championship match, I mean, Bob Vaughn and freaking Higgy were throwing pretty quick.
Yeah, they
But
were.
besides that, the main group of seniors, the Bob Hiles, the Terry Dawsons, you know, those kind of guys, taking a little bit more time. The Jim Culvers,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
The Les Peppies.
They got to get their vitamin B12 shots.
Yeah, fiber ones,
fiber one bars, Metamucil.
They get some oatmeal kicking in the morning.
Yeah.
Add some extra honey to get a little pep in that step.
Yeah, they should start seniors at, I don't know, maybe an hour before
No,
everybody
they're not
else.
going to be happy about that either.
I think seniors would be very happy about
You
it.
think so?
I think so, yeah.
You think they're up at the crack of dawn?
I
no
think
matter
so,
what?
yeah.
As soon as the rooster crows.
In
as
bed
they
by
say.
6, up at, probably 3 a.m. or something.
I get that. Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
But anyways, women's, I don't remember who took second place now, Bill. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Maybe Nicole Jones. Nicole Jones took third, I think. And
I'm not gonna do my phone for it.
Yeah, I need to, just because it's the right thing to do. I got
Michael
it.
Ross, what up? Good to see you, man.
Mike Ross, you missed it, brother. You were Jordan Kirk, our person. Jordan Kirk, yeah. Jamie's great friend.
Yes.
Jordan, a big CBC supporter as well, and Jordan threw gas.
Yeah.
Gas. She averaged like a 9.6 or something like that. But awesome for her. In third place, Nicole Jones. Fourth place, Kennedy Meineke. We won't talk about it. All right. Josephina, ninth place. Martina, seventh place. But any
17th.
17th.
Yeah.
Any top 10 finish out here at the SuperMajor, ridiculous, right? There were 50 women.
You know what's crazy is I almost picked Martina for that.
Yeah, I liked her there.
Yeah,
I really
I think
did.
she would have done really well. Yeah, yeah. She must have had like an off day getting there.
Martina, you're in timeout.
Yep, in timeout, 100%. All right, moving on to seniors here. My dude, Higginbotham, taking first place. Higgy's my dude. I knew he was going to take first place. I picked Higgy. He takes first place.
And Higgy had the king seat. Bob Vaughn came back, won game one,
Yep.
and game one was a ridiculous game. It was good stuff.
Bob
It was
Vaughn's
good stuff.
flickside demon blocking
Bob
10
Vaughn.
speed bags. It's crazy.
Bob Vaughn's is
Crazy.
the epitome of a slick side demon. I mean, he's just lobbing that thing up there, 9 to 10 speed, the slippiest, dippiest bag you've ever seen in your life. It'll swim around a bag directly in front of the hole, a perfect level 1 square block.
Yeah.
Somehow won't touch it and get around it and swoop backside of the hole, do 3 turns, and then fall in.
It like slinkies into it
It's
and then
crazy.
turns and slinkies back into the hole. I think he's got like rubber in there, so
Yeah.
I don't know. It's crazy.
Bob
Crazy.
Vaughn's a stud, though. Wins
Yeah.
game 1. Next game, Higgy domination. He was fired up.
Yeah.
He was a little upset
Wasn't
about
gonna
game
leave it.
1.
Yeah.
And Higgy, if you're talking about a senior that's kind of out of the box, Higgy throws with some power, with some
He does.
force.
He does.
Most seniors are slick side demons, right? Higgy's throwing an old Ronin slow side. It's
Yeah.
probably a true 5-speed, I would
Right,
say.
because it's an older Ronin.
Yeah.
It might even be slower than that.
It might be, yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, congratulations, Higgy. You're the freaking man.
Yeah,
Taking it
Higgy.
down. I wish I had you on the podium pictures here. Scotty Ball should have been there for second in Pro Series, stuff like that. But I don't think I don't know if we didn't have the pictures or. I don't know.
Well, they didn't take individual pictures. But yeah,
We got to be better at that at the
Yeah, we
majors
do.
to take one. You
it's
know what
tough,
I mean?
a lot going on. Third place was Gary Ferguson. Mick 4th. Doug McClure and Brian Banger tied for 5th. Johnny Thomas 13th. Surprising finish
Yeah,
there. for
very
Johnny
surprising for Johnny Thomas. I thought Bryce was a lock with that pick too.
Yeah.
At least a top 5 on that one.
Yeah, we move into juniors. I mean, we streamed this, so we knew what was going on.
Yeah.
I mean, the story of the day one, I would say, is Noah Dennis. I mean, Noah was a stud
Yeah.
on day one and even part of day 2. I don't know how he finished in doubles, but I know blind draw, he takes second place, getting 1 scoop in the double dip
Right.
against Todd Gammon and what's that kid's name? Cameron Cantz. And then wins juniors. And then the next day makes it in the top 16 for Pro Series, and I think finishes top 8.
Yeah.
I mean, solid stuff from Noah Dennis.
Yeah,
this
Noah's had a
weekend.
great weekend.
Yeah.
He did. He threw really good the entire time. Dylan's curse continues.
It's pretty decent. It's not bad.
It's
not bad,
It ain't
really.
bad. It ain't bad.
But yeah, juniors. I mean, he went through everybody. Noah did. You're talking Bradley Brewster took second place. Isaac Hurt there at 3rd. Parker at 4. Brock Beasley at 5. You had Lane Cruz in there. I mean, you had studs.
Yeah, Lane was
In
in
this
there too,
thing.
wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, you had some. I mean, animals in
Yeah.
the juniors division, and Noah went through them all.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
He did.
absolutely incredible stuff
Congrats.
from Noah Dennis.
Congrats, Noah Dennis. It's freaking awesome. Parker Burgett takes a 4th place. I pick up 7 points. Super happy about that. Parker did not do me wrong. I knew he was solid, and he would be solid. Although, when he was on our court, we did see him get frustrated a little bit after he started throwing not his absolute best, right? Was Jax was there too, right?
Jace.
No,
Oh, Jax Lamotin?
Lamotin, yeah.
Yeah, Jax had a great showing.
He
Jax
did.
can beat.
He had a great showing, and guess what? I watched a video the other day. He was playing. I don't think it was a regional. It looked more like a blind draw. Jax, next year you're filling out a freaking application. I'm telling you that right now.
You're making,
I like Jax.
you're making
dude.
him fill it out?
Jack's throwing good, dude. I'm gonna hold you down. You got a little pen. You got to fill it out in application.
Yeah, Jax is a stud, man.
Yeah, he's
Junior.
cool.
I mean, Jace Thompson was there as well. We saw Jace lose handedly to Riley Brewster, but they had a good time out there. Jace is a good kid. Jace is a good kid. If you guys have ever seen the movie Sex Drive, you ever seen that movie, Bill?
No.
Jace and Riley are the dudes that go, "What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?" Dude, they're just
I've
a
never
couple.
seen it.
Dude, I'll have to show you a clip.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
who know the movie would understand.
Okay.
All right, we move into co-ed.
Scotty
Everybody
Ball.
did great except for me here.
Yeah.
Bryson Kennedy, not the best showing. We'll move on past that. But Bryce, great. Parker Burgett, Nicole Jones, another co-ed championship. That's 3 for them.
Yeah.
They are beasts. And Parker was a stud this weekend too. Like I think he said he didn't have a good singles finish, maybe doubles. But I mean, he made the top 16 in Pro Series. I think the top 4 even, maybe top 8, top 4 in Pro
really?
Series.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And then wins co-ed, 4th place in juniors. I mean, Parker is a stud.
Yeah, he is.
He's throwing absolutely great.
He is.
Good stuff from him. You had Dustin and Taylor,
Yeah.
and Owens, and I know we didn't catch the co-ed stuff. It was very, very late. I played co-ed. And I
Yeah,
went
it's
2
not
and
saying
2.
we weren't able to catch it, but it got late. Weather was rolling in. We still had to pack up. There's all sorts of stuff that happened.
Well, we
And-
also had the Facebook thing going on.
yeah,
That was a
yeah.
semi. I don't even know what to call
We
it.
still haven't resolved it yet either. So
Yeah.
we will.
We'll be good for the next 3 majors. Like no issues in Knoxville, Dalton, or Clarksville
Yeah.
as we're going to be streaming standalone. But there's some things to work out before we go double stream again. But that's okay. We worked through it. Worked out well.
You know me. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. Dustin and Taylor, though, great showing from them for the 2nd place. Doubles, it's all hurts. All hurts, man. And they get it done. Time and time again,
Yeah.
they get it
They
done.
kill it.
I think the if I was to have one tactic of beating the hurts, I know I've had a lot of these and they've never worked, folks, so don't listen to me. But
You beat the Hurts once.
I did. But this is the reason why. I'm going to tell you right now. You can't let them get to that center court over there. If they get there, they dominate.
Then it's over.
They
Then
dominate
it's over.
over there, man.
They got to be kind of lost.
You
in
got to beat them early.
court number 53.
Yeah.
You
You got to beat them
it's
early.
gone.
I mean, even
Yeah.
when Zach and Braden and them beat them in Knoxville last year, it was not on the center court. It
Right.
wasn't on the main stage.
Well, I think the center court. So number 1, some people get jitters, and then number 2, you're also playing the Hurts, so it's probably a little bit double, right? I mean, to where you're feeling like that. Look, we had Caleb. Caleb did not look like the well-oiled Caleb that we had seen prior. We were on stream. I called that on stream. That one looks like it slipped out of his hand, and that's all. It was such a minor thing too. But it changes the game, right? I mean, if he's throwing down here and he usually throws up here, and I know he saw it, I know he knows exactly what it is. He's going to go home and work on it and be fine. Although I know he went through a lot of life changes recently, and that's probably what it is. I don't know, but it didn't look the exact same Caleb that we had seen in the past.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I mentioned something to him when we played in co-ed. I was like, because he had another one do that. I go, it seems like that's happening a lot. And he kind of just like nodded. So he's obviously not happy with it and hasn't exactly figured out what's going on with that. He will get it dialed in.
He will. Oh, 100%, dude. I'm picking Caleb next week.
Yeah. Jeremy
Whatever
Dillon
he plays
says,
again.
unless you're Scotty Ball. And that's very true. Scotty Ball takes out
Scotty Ball,
Caleb
man.
and Isaac on center court of the Pro Series.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a crazy thing to do.
Scotty Ball, I think, just has this crazy focus that he doesn't even know what's going on around him. He doesn't care what's going on around him. He's just going to toss it. He has no idea of anything's going. All he knows is this is the bag, and that's the freaking hole.
Yeah, how do I get it in the hole?
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's
dude,
it.
it's
I
crazy.
mean, ripping airmails, roll bags.
The best
I mean,
round. The best round, in my opinion, of the entire Pro Series. Scotty against Isaac. Blocker, reblock. And then Isaac's bag had to have been hanging in 47.3%.
It was a lot.
I mean, it
a lot.
was in there. It had a leg in the freaking water about to dip in. Isaac throws backside airmail, hits it clean. Scotty throws backside airmail, hits it. Like, they just both did it 2 times in a row.
Yeah.
It was insane. I was worried about that last bag with Scotty, but it didn't matter, dude.
They
It was the
ripped
exact
another
same
backside
shot.
airmail.
I know.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah, it was bing, 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 bing.
Yeah,
it was rippers.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, back to doubles. Colby and Zach, the Slim Reapers. I mean, I keep thinking, I'm not like in a bad way, but it's like, when do they stop doing so good, right? Because we're not seeing huge singles performances from these guys. And I'm not knocking them in any way, shape, or form. But something with them in doubles, they are one of the best. They are the second best team in the world right now. I mean, there's no doubting it based off the statistics, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy what they can do in doubles.
It is.
We watched them play.
It's got to be a team that pumps themselves up, dude. You know they just got to be there, with the confidence, and that may be the difference right there. Is that they have that confidence in doubles. Maybe on singles, when Colby played Zach, you need to go cheer him on a little bit, dude. Give him the confidence, Zach. When he plays Colby, go cheer him on.
And I think Colby had a pretty good finish. I mean, they've got top 10s and top 5s and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong.
No,
I'm trying to see them deep in the final.
If they're
8,
winning doubles, you know what I mean? I'd love to see them individually also win singles.
Right.
Both of them.
Yeah. I mean, the third place team, talking about anybody in here, third place team, Bryce and Sebastian. I mean, you see those guys up there all the time. And great showing for Bryce and Sebastian. They went to Sebastian's old Ronins that Sebastian threw last season.
Yeah.
They seem to be working really well for them. Bryce and Sebastian have won a major with those bags. So no surprise there.
Yeah, I know. They did so well. So
yeah. Then you had Gavin and Pedro. Then you had Jarrett Scott and Brock Beasley, which is a team that partnered up last minute, throwing CBC. I mean, CBC.
They're going to Knoxville too. Jarrett Scott, Brock Beasley.
Light plug, but we had 5 out of 8 teams in the doubles finally.
We did
5 out of 8 teams throwing CBC bags. I mean, Jarrett Scott, Brock Beasley, Zach Keir, Braden Easterling, who both had great singles finishes. Jimmy Naylor and Aaron Lambert, which they threw, I think, Jimmy's bags, but great CBC supporters, great people right there. Yeah. And then T. Nelly and Trey Brown continue to just show up and do great in doubles.
Dude, I love it. Those guys, man.
Those guys are the same thing, right? A little bit lower than Zach and Colby on the finishes, but a lot less practice, a lot less tournaments, and even worse singles finishes. I mean, not to knock you, Tanner, but on your side, I mean, we're not seeing T. Nelly make big runs in singles. But in doubles, boy is locked.
They may be like Colby and Zach, too. Yeah. I mean, dude, those guys... Okay, so the first time I think I met Tanner the first time was in Spooky Nook, right? Nobody knew Tanner and Trey Brown until the end of Spooky Nook. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, dude, do you remember they had one game against, who was it?
It was Trevor Easterling and Dylan Mace.
And, man, we had 40 people watching this game,
on a side court.
Just on a side court somewhere.
Pool play. To get into the main bracket. This is a game to get into the main bracket.
Freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And it was so crazy. That was like a 25-30 round game. Yeah. And they were pumped up. And it was cool because either of those teams, just to get in the main bracket, if they fought that hard and you saw Tanner Neal and Trey Brown get so far in that, dude, I would have liked to see Trevor in the freaking main bracket too and Dylan Mays because, oh, man.
Team Ellie and Trey took 3rd overall.
I know, that's what
I mean,
it's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, beat Josh Holland and Jimmy Allegra to get in 21-2 in a controversial match.
I love that team. I really do. I love seeing that team go out. So it's freaking awesome.
Bryce had Mike and Mike. I was honestly sad I didn't get to see Mike and Mike play. I like seeing Dingus and MLJ play together. I talked to those dudes for a long time on... When was that, Bill? Thursday or Friday?
Thursday, I believe.
Thursday. I talked to them for a long time. Great dudes, great people. I like to see them make runs. But 13th in Owensboro, I mean, it's a tough thing to do. I mean, SuperMajor is no joke. You got to show up. All right, Bill. We'll move on to singles. Singles had 4 brackets, folks. We took bracket B. It was insane. Bracket B
was nuts.
Absolutely nuts. And I'll pull it up real quick. A lot of CBC players in there, but really a lot of just studs. I mean, Caleb was in there.
It's tough looking at this. So let me give you our routine before we go in here, right? Before we start talking about the players and stuff. So our routine on the stream court, once the brackets come out, usually they just send us a bracket. If there's 2 streams, the center court got bracket A and we get bracket B. And that's kind of how we go. Usually it happens like that. Once we start looking at these brackets, the first thing I think is, all right, how many CBC players are in this bracket? And what side of the bracket are they on? Yeah. When I got B, I was saddened a little. Phenomenal bracket. I mean, insane competition in bracket B. But I was saddened a little with how many CBC I mean, just beasts were in this freaking bracket. That's what kind of killed me. I died on the inside just a little bit. I'm like, man, our guys are just gonna kill each other.
There was another one that was really bad too. Whichever one Isaac was in, because at one point Isaac ran through 3 CBC dudes in a row at the very end to get in. Like I think it was Higginbotham, Brock, and CJ Sluggy.
Yeah,
and he just went whap, 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 and I'm. Oh, just one of them.
Dude, Isaac got
one of them beat him, you know, and that was a different bracket. But yeah, here in bracket,
he got Scotty Ball too,
and that was later. That was in the final 8 because Scotty Ball held, King's seat of bracket D and beat Josh Holland. I mean, Scotty beat the names of names this last week, and of course, there's a ton that he didn't play, but the ones he did play, just outstanding players,
insane,
outstanding players. But Isaac Hurt.
Let's go, Isaac. 10
Owens,
points,
He's
man.
not just the king of the ACO.
You're freaking
dude.
solid.
He's not just the king of the ACO. He's the king of Owens, bro. He hasn't lost there in, I think, 3 or 4 tournaments. Played there.
And if you remember back to the last stream, I had somebody else picked, and Kim Dice was in the chat, and she said Isaac is the king. And I'm like, you know what? You're freaking right. And I threw Isaac on there, dude. Proud of you, brother.
Yeah, he's a stud, man.
Yeah.
Isaac's an absolute beast. Had to double dip Dustin Arant, which Dustin... absolute stud as well, dude. I mean, to be honest, I was pulling for Dustin to get the full max out. I don't know why he's still underrated. Even to me, I don't know why. I'll pick him sometimes, but I'm not picking him enough. Because that dude is a monster.
Always huge finishes. Yeah. He's not one of those guys that just shows up and has a bad weekend.
No, he is a monster. I had Braden. Braden was in that bracket B, which we had. He lost to, I think it was Nate. Yeah, and that's what you're talking about. Like Nate played Braden.
That's what I'm saying.
And beat Braden, and then Nate played Zach here, and then Zach here beat Nate. With Zach here, an absolute great finish this weekend.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know, dude. Zach showed up doubles and singles, killing it. I told him, dude, great runs in both. He said, not good enough, and kind of walked away.
He beat Caleb.
And I'm like, Zach, come on, dude. You freaking killing it. He just,
he beat Caleb 21-10. That was on our court.
Yeah.
I mean, a huge game right there. I mean, Zach, he was 1 game away from holding the King's seat. He lost to Drew Waking. Oh, also, I wanted to give a shout out to Keegan Brown, just because we got to see him play a ton in bracket B. Keegan is a monster. Yeah. Dude, that roll bag is ridiculous. Some of the stuff that he's doing, completely consistent.
Yeah,
great bag. Consistent. He's got the hitch throw, right, that you talked about a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of a hitch, but the bag floats out of his hand.
I think he took third overall. Third overall. Yeah, and he was a beast. Drew Waking had another great weekend. Just want to give credit where credit's due to the guys, man, and it was great watching so many people play. Chris Day on our court. Chris Day is a beast too. Consistency just absolutely off the chain. Really good stuff from him. Bryce had Nate. Nate had another good weekend. Another top 5 for Nate.
Weekend. Yeah, top 5. Yeah. You cannot be mad at that.
He's still gas.
He is.
Really good stuff.
Right when he got those dead reckons in his hand. The Einstein ones.
Yeah, they're slow. He's making them do some wild
they're very slow. They're very slow.
Wild stuff. On the passion picks, Bryce had Jordan Langworthy takes the 9th. Bob Bonch, for me, takes the 9th. And Bill, the out on the limb pick, the non-pro.
I knew it.
The true non-pro, never been a pro.
True non-pro.
Because Bob and Jordan have both been pros. They've been pros before. So I'll give you the true non-pro pick.
Right.
And Seth Furlong has a great finish in Owens, bro.
100%. 100% true non-pro pick. I scouted him. I found him. I got him on there. Let's go, Seth.
Yeah, Seth goes CBC Phoenixes.
Yep.
And
a CBC player. You know what? Like that dude. You just a trifecta of greatness.
Yeah. Where did you put Pro Series picks, Bill? Did they go somewhere? Or did we just not make picks?
Oh, I didn't make we didn't do the Pro Series chart on there. We did make picks for him, I believe.
We just did it. Well, I don't know what they were.
We're supposed
it wouldn't have mattered.
We were supposed to.
Bill had 46 points, I believe.
I win.
Yeah, 18, 28, 38, 39.
My Pro Series was Doug Parker.
46, 47.
Yeah.
Bill had 47 points. Like, we're not even close.
No,
Bryce has like 26.
Bryce, not a good analyst.
Yeah.
Not a good analyst.
22, 27, 28. Yeah, Bryce could have got a 10. Doesn't matter. What up, Parker? I got 3, 13, 21, 30. I got 30. If I had 10, still wouldn't matter. That's how much Bill beat us by.
Yeah, I crushed him.
Smoked us.
Guys, easy.
All right, folks. That is the recap. Family picks. Oh, so Owensboro SuperMajor.
Okay.
Can't wait to be back next year.
We're going to Beloit. Let's do this a little bit quicker, though.
Okay,
And that way we might have a few moments to feud a little bit here. So we're going to start off with women's.
Go ahead, Bill. Fire away.
All right, I'm going to rapid fire these folks. I'm not even going to do any sort of, I should do research because I don't know
What do you
any
mean
of
you're
these.
not going to do research?
Well, I do know some of the people out here. Are you going to do research?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at names.
Okay. If I
Make
take
a pick.
first,
Go.
I got Josephine Ernsberger.
Okay, that's a terrible pick. How are you not going to pick Maggie or McKenna?
Oh, because I didn't even see him in there. You're picking, well, how come I didn't pick Maggie?
I'm gonna
Or
take-
Kennedy.
Or Kennedy, or I mean Kelly Naylor.
My bad. I'm taking Maggie.
I don't know who to pick. Kennedy, Kelly, or McKenna. Give me McKenna. She's a stud.
McKenna Blue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, McKenna.
McKenna Cop. K-O.
Disrespect.
I'm just going to put Cop. My bad.
All right. Seniors, I'm going to take Wayne Rao. I'm not even looking.
Dude, you're such trash, dude.
Well, you got Bob Heil in there. You got Mark Smothers. Oh, you got Mick. Dang, I like Mick too. Frank Gears.
This is Beloit.
Dan DeClue.
Where does Bob live?
I don't know. Closer to Beloit than he does Owensboro.
Right. I'm taking Bob.
All right, you got it.
I'm taking Bob. Bob, I hope you're not watching this because when you do, you get a little nervous when you get on the court and stuff like that. So don't watch this. Just know that, after you're all done and you win the whole thing, I did pick you.
Bill,
You got me
juniors, you're going to want to pick either Sammy Vansickle or Wiley Chambers. I can already tell.
I'm going Sammy.
Okay, give me Wiley. Give me Wiley.
Oh, Sandy.
If somebody's going and hasn't registered yet, shoot me a DM.
Wylie, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, co-ed.
Co-ed's tough. I'm first here.
Okay.
Nah, give me Maggie and Wayne. It's not that tough. Bill, you know what team I like in here for you that you might not think about?
Who's that?
Jimmy and Kelly Naylor. But you also got Daniel Wine, Kennedy Meineke, Carter Guy and
I like
Josephina
that.
Ernsberger, Barry Hempy, Tiffany Sparks, Deb Smith and
Let me
Chelsea
look.
Case.
You're killing me right
There's
now.
a lot going on.
You're killing
Heather
me.
Ellis and Chittenden. Ooh. McKenna Kopp and Mackenzie Kopp.
I don't know. This is a tough one. Folks, what do y'all think?
Steve Smith and Kathy Harrison. Yeah, co-ed's going to be spicy. Oh, come on, John. You tell the wife you and Amari are loading up, headed up to Beloit.
Yes, I would like to see Amari there. 100%.
As his sponsor, we would like to see Amari there.
Yes.
Tell the wife.
I don't know who to go for here.
Bill, you said this is going to be rapid fire. Now where are you at?
Carter Guy, Josephina Ernsberger.
Carter Guy and Josephina Ernsberger. Okay.
You don't like that?
No, it's good. It's
That
good.
one's solid. Absolutely solid.
I'm looking at doubles and I'm struggling over here.
Are you first?
No. You're first.
Okay. You looked at Maine already?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I like Maggie and Wayne a lot. A lot.
You
a lot.
can't do that.
Oh, well, I can't say that I like them.
Todd and Matt.
I like Todd and Matt too.
I gotta look at the pool.
Yeah, I'm looking at the pools right now.
There's 56. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Bob Heil and Charlie Case. Aren't they going? Yeah. It's a tough team too. Oh, I know my team. I got it. Locking in.
Okay, go ahead.
No, you're first.
As long as it's not Maggie and Wayne, go ahead. I don't care.
Give me Tanner Miller and Tanner Westfall.
Nope, I got Tanner Miller and Tanner Westfall.
I would have loved if you actually wanted them.
Give it your pick.
Oh, man. But my second team, Bill, do you want to know my second team I was going to pick?
Sure.
Mike Smith and Bob Vaunch.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's
I like
studs.
that. No, that's a good. That's
Or
good.
Tristan Rudy and Rudy Fernandez.
Dude.
I'm taking Tanner and Tanner. I like these guys. They live close to there. I really like Maggie and Wayne too. Maggie and Wayne are freaking studs and doubles. You're taking Mike Smith, Bob?
Only
Bonds?
because you've already picked Maggie and Wayne for co-ed. I don't want to like double pick. You know what I mean?
I get it. There's studs in here, man.
Okay.
Studs.
All right.
All right, singles main. I get to pick first here. Who is going to win? Gavin Lesh. Gosh, Gavin. Nah, give me Drew.
Drew Waken?
Yeah, give me Drew.
Yeah, Drew. Yeah. That's a solid pick.
If Dustin was going, I'd take Dustin. Rudy Fernandez, Mick, Maggie, Gavin Lesh. I'm telling you, Gavin Lesh. It could be Daniel Wine. Daniel Wine's a beast. Bob Heil, stud. Oh gosh, folks. But Drew's gonna get it done. Drew is gonna get it done. Bob Launch.
Look, this is the year of women winning
Oh,
singles.
true.
This
That's
is
true.
the year of it. I'm taking Maggie for it.
That's
dude.
true.
It's just the year of it. So, she's going to win it. Let's go. Passion pick.
You taking Rodney?
Rodney Schreiber, dude.
You guys had a good time. Give me Kennedy.
Dude, you just you kill me.
What? I owe her one.
All right. Locked in, Rodney.
I was gonna take Hoppy. Just know I was going to take you. So if you beat Kennedy,
Wait, I get two.
you don't get two.
You have
Put
a
it over
freaking-
here, but you don't get double points. You get whichever one scores more.
Which yeah, exactly.
Because Rodney will be surprised if he's outside of tier 4.
Okay, Hoppy's in there, Rodney's in there. I'm locked.
Bill
Let's
gets a
take
backup pick.
Let's take it. I get a backup pick. He picked Kennedy, which is almost an unfair pick.
How is it unfair? She's never been a pro.
Well, it's because she's very, very good at the game. Like, very, very good.
There's Bob
It's like me
Bonds.
taking
You
Bob
wanna take
Bonds.
You could have taken Bob Bonds.
And what happened? You gave me credit for picking somebody that is not a pro, never has been a pro, and I still got a point when you picked, an ACL pro, when Bryce picked an ACL pro.
Sammy Vanskill just texted me and said he's in singles, just not signed up yet.
Oh, they're doing, yeah. Well,
Sammy, I'm sticking with
Sammy.
Drew. I'm sorry, brother. I got to see you play more. You weren't even in Owensboro. What the crap? Last year you win a bracket in Owensboro. This year you don't even show up.
yeah, Sammy, where you at?
Yeah.
I got you on junior, Sammy. I got
All
you,
right.
brother.
That is picks locked in for which we want to go to Beloit someday, folks. When we are working CBC full time and don't have real jobs that require us to save PTO days, we will come to more majors. I promise. We want to see y'all. We want to see where you live. We want to see new states. I've never been to Wisconsin. You ever been out there?
Well, I had when I was a kid.
Trying to have some cheese curds.
I'm trying to have some cheese. Rodney probably knows the best place to get them.
Spotted cow. I mean, Bill likes the spotted cows. Derek loves the spotted cow beers. And that's where you get them.
Spotted cow.
You're going to offend them. You're going to offend them.
Spotted cow.
But we're trying to get everywhere, folks. We want to go to the West Coast, too.
Yeah.
We were trying to go to Medford. I don't know if it's going to work yet. It's a logistical nightmare.
Got one more day to not really decide. It depends on our leave time and stuff like that.
We've been invited is all we can say. And we really appreciate the opportunity just to start with. We just are hoping we can work it out.
Yeah, 100%. I'd love to go.
We're going to be all over the place, folks. All right.
Soon, yes, we will.
Locked in. CBC Family Picks. We're turning it over to Family Feud.
Here we go.
How did I miss Aaron in everything?
He just put it up.
Yeah, but how do I miss it in the roll call?
Wait, Aaron, you're not in the roll call?
No, he probably is. He's in here. It's because, you know why, Aaron? It's because your name is so high on the list. Like, it's like the top one or the second one. So
Oh
I
my
start
gosh.
scrolling and my eyeballs don't even catch it quick enough. Gosh,
Dude, I didn't even
he took
see
second
that
in
Aaron went
Beloit
in.
last year.
Oh my gosh. Okay. No, I'm taking Aaron.
I like that pick a lot.
I'm taking Aaron Lambert. I got it.
I like it a lot.
He's due. He's due for a win here coming up. Got him. Dude, that's true. You're just at the very,
Damn
very
it.
top. I totally missed it, brother. Totally missed it. Let me lock that in. It is locked in now, Aaron. You are picked. Do not get nervous over that crap. Just freaking do good.
Do good.
That's
Aaron
all.
doesn't get nervous. Aaron doesn't get nervous.
I know he doesn't. How can you get nervous with a little, what is it called?
What do you mean?
This
Swing
one,
oil?
this
Oh, soul patch.
Soul patch. Soul patch. Yeah, how can you get nervous with one of those? I keep asking you what that's called.
do. Yeah,
I
you do.
don't know what it is.
You do. All right. Bill, you got a Family Feud topic? You seem excited for it.
Aaron, if you win, you may see a little soul patch on me for like a day. Next stream, and then I'm shaving it off.
Then you have to be clean face.
I know.
You're thinking about going clean face for a little
Dude,
while?
that's pretty good incentive for Aaron to win, right?
Dang, Bill.
A soul
Yeah.
patch for one stream. I'll have it for an hour. That's it.
You got to grow out the middle section there. You got a whole gap.
No, oh yeah, I should
Aaron's
cut
got
it
that
today.
thing attaching.
Yeah, I can attach it too.
Okay.
I
All right.
can.
All right. Where are we at, Bill? What are you thinking here for Family Feud?
I
Folks, you guys got anything? Controversial topic?
think we were gonna recap. Didn't we have a good comment?
Oh, we had a big comment.
Yeah.
Let's look for it over here.
Let's look this, and that's all we really want to talk about.
I know one thing that was good about the SuperMajor, which this comment may be wrong about it, but was the payouts. People were excited. It's a double payout at the SuperMajor.
It is a double.
right?
Yeah. We'll talk about that too. Let me just get it first.
You want me to
right?
do it?
Yeah. You know what you're doing.
Yeah,
over there. I don't know what
it's
to do.
double the purse of a regular major for singles and doubles. It's good
Dude,
stuff.
My wife will cry that night, Aaron. She will cry because my beard will be gone. But it grows back, man. I'm not that worried about it. No big deal.
We actually have more comments since I last looked, Bill. Because I didn't see this one.
Yeah, I like this. I like going through a couple of these comments here.
Do you want me to rip this one real
and
quick?
then we'll be done. Yeah, but go ahead and pull back up our
Okay.
guy here
Yeah.
just to look at it, make sure we're looking okay on there.
So we'll do this, and we'll do...
Let's take it one spot at a time.
Why are you not here? Something's changed, Bill, since you switched monitors. Can't see it.
Do you need me to do some stuff?
If you can, but I don't know if you're going to be able to.
I don't think we didn't do it on Feud, did we?
Oh, yeah,
We did it on this
definitely.
one.
Maybe you could try it.
This could be bad,
One second.
folks.
Okay, now try it. No, it's not even in there.
Okay. You just
Wait, go to the other one, though.
hold on.
All right, so the question we had, or it wasn't even a question, but we wanted to talk about the SuperMajor this weekend. And like I said, I have always liked the idea of more SuperMajors. Bill got it.
I'm a genius.
Bill got it. It's in the wrong thing, but this is going to work.
But what are you talking? It looks pretty good.
All right. So David Harris says, thought it was awesome. I think the ACO should have a few of them per season and add that to their point system. For example, keeping your 4 best major finishes, top 8 regionals, and your best super major finish. That would help balance out where you stack up when most of the top players are there. Hamilton and Knoxville could easily be switched to a super major. Right. The only problem with it, David, is that means that you require really all players to go to at least one super major, which I'm a fan of. But you're going to need more than 3 options. Probably more like I said, 5 options I think is perfect. And you're going to have to space them out. So when people are upset that there's a super major in California or Medford, Oregon or something like that, right? It's because of this. You have to offer it to each region for this to work out correctly.
Instead of having, where it says keeping your 4 best majors, 8 regionals, and then also a best super major finish. Instead of doing something like that for points, just because not everybody can show up to the... I know, not everybody can show up to all the majors and stuff like that, but with 40-something majors throughout the season, you got plenty to pick from, even when they're doing 4. Because the number would be reduced so small to either 3 or 5 for super majors, I think maybe there is some sort of special privilege if you win that specific super major. Like if there's only 3 of them, maybe you play for player of the season at Worlds. Maybe that's what and I'm just saying that could be an idea, but maybe one specific special privilege on a super major to do that.
Well, I think a big deal with the super major being involved in points is that you kind of level out the point system a little bit too, right? I think we see it skewed in a direction where it's possible to never attend a large major and still become a pro, right? And we're seeing people maybe be accused of being major dodgers, right? Or something like that. Only going to the small ones to try to get easier points, in quotations, Bob Heil, okay? Easier points, and they're making pro but never having to have big finishes somewhere. Pretty much anywhere we go is a million people. The Knoxvilles, the Owensboroughs, the Spooky Nooks, the Clarksvilles, the Daltons, the 250, the Tupelos, the 300 plus majors. You don't have to go to those to make pro, and I think when you make the super major involved in the point system, it levels out your rankings. I think that's the thing with it, right? And if you don't do well in one of the super majors, go to the next one.
Yeah.
This is the risk you may have to take if you want to be a pro. And I agree with that argument. And that's just my opinion on it.
I don't know. I think if there were too few, it should not count as extra points for you during the season. If there are too few of them, like if there's only 3.
But if I like 5, I really like 5. I mean,
I know you like 5, but I still...
You still don't think that's enough?
I don't know.
If you want to be a professional cornhole player, I mean, this is one thing you have to market out. Like, you have to schedule this thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I like it. The only reason I don't know if I like it is because you just said if you want to be a professional cornhole player, then, well, professional cornhole player would seem like that's what also pays the bills. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, it sounds like if you want to be a professional football player, you have to go to these games. You know what I mean? Like, yes, that is your job. That is your job to go do that. Nobody right now, it's their specific sole job only, unless you're a junior and don't have another job and you're the top in the world. Right. And that's where it gets tough with so few of them. And that's why I think that argument doesn't hold much water, because you can be a professional just going to the other ones too.
You could do like kind of what you were saying earlier, or like where points are worth more, right? So instead of 55 to win, it's 65 when you win. Like, let's not make it crazy.
How do you know what I mean? How do you max out though? Right? How do you max out and play for player of the season? Do you have to win a super major, or is there only 3 people allowed for player of the season now? Like, you know what I mean?
I really think anybody, if you have somebody that wins 4 majors, they're in for player of the season. It's not maxed out. It's if you win 4 majors, right, overall, you get into player of the season. That's how I would think of that.
That's why I like you win a super major, you're in for that player of the season. And Nate Allen has a great one, special jersey.
I like special jersey, of course.
I like it. Super major champ, not purple though. Not purple, because it has to stand out from the other ones. I like it. All right. We done with that one, or did you want to?
I'm good on that. Yeah. I mean, like I said, there's multiple ways you can kind of skin the cat on that. First of all, there's going to be more of them. That's what we know for sure. Until then, it's really not even an argument, because you're not going to do just one of them. Hey, you got to show up to this tournament. It's not going to happen.
So we'll finish off. Just since we're on the subject of super majors specifically, tailgaters are
amazing.
A freaking hit. They're a hit. They are. It's insane. Thursday night, we're about to get out of the place, and I just heard there's 100 people playing in the next blind draw upstairs tailgater. You get out of a tournament, it keeps people there. It keeps people involved. If somebody is too intimidated to play in the actual tournament, they got tailgaters literally every hour and a half, whatever they were doing it into. Phenomenal for those tournaments. Yeah. I mean, awesome. I cannot stress that enough. So, I don't know. That's one of the best things about this super major, is that they had those tailgaters.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to read Jack's comment? East of the Mississippi River players travel to west. West of Mississippi players hardly travel to east. Till they travel more, leave super majors in eastern and central time zones. We don't agree with it, Jack. I mean, those people on the west side, they're traveling 8 to 10 hours to get to the few majors that are over there. Most of them. We know the people that are up in Oregon.
A lot of them
are traveling all the way down to Upland, California. You're talking 10, 12 hours, which is Bob Heil's in the same sort of situation. You got to put big stuff over there to entice it, to grow it, to show people that the ACO cares.
It's got to be big.
Yeah.
It's got to. You can't just like say, hey, we're going to have a super major here and then have, let's just say 75 people show up to that tournament. You can't do that. You can't do that.
And that's why we like putting a super major over there, right?
Well,
Bigger
it has to build
purse,
it. I
right?
like how
More
they're building up
points.
and putting more majors there to try to get more players. Once they have more players, then yes, after that time, then a super major may be okay. I would say
Yeah.
minimum number of people 250 for a super major.
I
Right?
agree with you.
And when I say a number of people, that means signed up in singles. I base everything off of singles, so that's what I would say for that.
Don't you think if let's say next season one Pro Series major is on the West Coast, don't you think we probably get much closer to that 200, 250 player number? Or is the Pro Series event not enough to push players out there?
I don't know. That is the risk that the ACO takes when they put something big together like that. They spend a ton of money hoping that the back end comes out, right? I mean, that's the risk that they take for something like that. The only way you're going to see it is if you do it, or you have other analytics that you and I can't see, and the CBC AI bot hasn't picked up yet. So,
yeah, Jack, you didn't even come to Owensboro.
yeah, Jack, you live like 2 meters away, and you didn't even come. What's up,
He
Jack?
is exactly 2 meters away, but
I know.
I'm just saying.
I would like to see you there, Jack. I had a my own air conditioning unit right next to our stream. We set the temperature exactly what we wanted the entire time. It was awesome.
Temperature was good though. It was cold.
Yeah, it was cold.
Yeah. All right. You want me to attack this big comment here, Bill?
I want to do it one part at a time, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like when he makes a statement, we'll talk about that, and then we'll move on to the next one.
Okay.
Okay?
So, Jeremy Jones, one of our guys, I mean, one of our supporters is what I'm saying. Jeremy's a good dude. He says, do you need topics for things didn't like about the Super Major? He says, we can start with payouts. I always thought purse was at least 50% because I know venue fees, etc., if they actually pay any. Sometimes venues are free as in local tournaments, but some free just because of beer and food sales, etc. All should be the same minus the pro skins, which is understandable. Make the entry fees the same and payouts the same according to numbers entered. Boom. That's one. So, Jeremy Jones, first of all, the purses are not 50%. Only co-ed, women's, juniors, seniors, blind draws
Our
Quads.
50%. Right.
are 50% payout based off of numbers pre-registered. So not besides quads, because quads is cash and blind draws is cash,
Right.
also 50%. But all the other things, pre-registered numbers, 50% paid out. Secondarily, venue fees being paid for. We have no idea what those look like. We also don't know what the staff is being paid. We don't know what the security is getting paid. I mean, Owensboro has a crazy amount of security and bars, and I don't know what's paid for that. So I can't even speculate there. I don't even know what to do with that. And then so he's saying make the entry fees the same and the payouts according to the entry fees. So we spoke about this before.
Yeah, we have spoke about this, and I want to bring it back because since we've talked about it, I like the model that the ACO is doing. I don't think it's completely perfect because I think payouts do need to be upped in certain places. I think what Jeremy is stating here is that it needs to be at least 50% of whoever registers.
Of entry fees.
And he probably calculated and said this isn't 50% of the 500 registrants or whatever it was, and that's probably where the problem is. The reason that I think that may not be the best approach to grow in other areas, specifically the West, and I'm not even going to say coast, I'm just going to say the West, right? The population is completely different from the West than it is to right around where we are in Owensboro. And not guaranteeing a certain number, $5,000 at a normal major, not guaranteeing that says, hey, I don't care if you come and I don't care if you don't. It just, if I said 50% and somebody's driving 8 hours to get to this tournament, and let's say you got 50 people, showing up, I'm going to go play the 50-person benefit tournament that's paying, 50%.
Yeah.
But if you say, hey, we're guaranteeing $5,000 no matter how many people are there, which I think that does need to change a little bit. But let's say I'm guaranteeing $5,000 no matter how many people, and only 50 people show up. Well, you're going to make some freaking ridiculous money there if you win it. And I think that's an overall plus trying to grow it in a certain area. And so I don't think their model is technically wrong. I think it needs to be a little bit better though. Like, guaranteeing $5,000 unless we're over a certain amount of players, and then having it kind of a step up basis. You know what I mean? Between 150 and 200, it'll be $7,000 between
Yeah.
250. You know what I mean? And then they move it up. That's where I think it gets a little more perfect. But guaranteeing that 5 fundamental to be able to grow it in other places. That's my thought on it anyway.
Yeah, I agree with you there. There's something that needs to be done with the structure of it, but the only way you're going to get interest in the West, or let's just say in places that don't have ACO established, is to throw a money purse at it, right? Hey, those people are cashing out over there, and they're happy with it. It's just about getting them there. And like what Bill's saying, do we agree that majors of this size should pay out more? I think so.
And it did.
You know, and it did.
It paid double.
Right. This one specifically, right? But
I know people are
Right.
happy. I know people that got checks who's like, yeah, that were very happy walking out because they had never received checks like that before at a major. So,
yeah. And that's what it is. You know, I mean, we might hear differently when we go to Knoxville and Clarksville, and the numbers are roughly the same and the payout's not the same.
Right.
But what's going on is a sacrifice right now to help grow the ACO across the country. And right now, we should look at ourselves here in this Midwest, Southern area as being the supporters of that movement happening.
Right.
Is kind of how I think of it, you know? But that's where we're at with that. So next topic, he said pro skins is understandable, which, again, Jeremy, make sure that when you say that, it's a $0 entry fee to the pros. So that's $5,000 that goes straight to that as well. So when we talk about venue fees, it's an added cost.
Wasn't it double for the...
I don't think it was double. No, it
I
was
think they
double.
do more.
It was double, yeah, because it's $50 a skin.
Yeah,
instead
usually
of
it's 25 a skin.
Yeah, so that's
$10,000.
double as well, $10,000.
So for that, and that is out of pocket.
A
That is-
purely
there's
pro
no
incentive.
Yeah.
Purely for the pros. So a big deal there. You know, and that's something we have to factor into a tournament like Owensboro. All right, next, don't tear down the venue until the tournament is complete. I understand there was an Arctic blast coming, but poor redheaded stepchildren still in co-ed never got the justice they deserved. Sad, the most watched championship was from a player's mom's phone from the weekend. No exit interviews. The rest of the champions got no whole nation segment, etc. Guess what? When you schedule a tournament in this area, you may get bad weather. Don't allow players to sign up until tailgaters 1 to 2 hours.
Okay, yeah, let's take
it's in there, but I get it. Yeah,
Let's take the co-ed and tournament teardown and stuff like that. Regardless of the weather, let's not even talk about the weather.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to. I want to talk about just specifically the case because you're going to show up and sometimes the weather's not going to be an issue and they tear down early or tearing down happens early. So our piece, on this and the exit interviews, 100%. They should have gotten an exit interview. They should have gotten a post online. Something should have happened to, commemorate their win in co-ed. I 100% agree with you on that. Tearing down the venue, the co-ed was the absolute last event, which doesn't happen at majors. I don't think have we ever seen that happen at a major before?
just this one. It's the only one they do
It's
it
the
at.
first one.
And no. They did it SuperMajor last year as
Okay.
well. And it was the same result. I don't know if the ACO live stream stayed live or not. Because I think, Jeremy, the thing is we argue putting co-ed somewhere else.
I agree.
To finish a tournament with a division like co-ed that's tailored to a very specific amount of players, right, is something why this doesn't get done well. Because singles seems like it's the big shabam. You know what I mean? And now we finished singles. Singles is gone. I mean, I know that our stream had ran for somewhere around 7 or 8 hours straight of streaming live. So you're talking about, a long time for one division, and then coming down and coming back up for another 5 to 6 hours. I'm not complaining about doing the work. What I'm telling you is you feel finished, and then you're not.
Right.
And as for the tournament teardown, Jeremy, I think that you want to get those boards picked up as soon as possible. If there's 50 courts that aren't going to be utilized at all for the rest of the night, I don't understand why you shouldn't tear them down. Do you think it's a bad aesthetic, Bill? I'm trying to see where he's coming from.
So what I would say, I think he's not talking about the entire building being torn down. I don't think he is anyway. But when you're playing a tournament, let's say you're in the co-ed and you're one of the last few people and you're on court number 13 and you see a big truck roll up and you see a whole bunch of people loading stuff up and you're sitting there still playing, you got 3 more games to play. Probably not good if you're the player, playing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just like, what, am I being rushed out of here? It's like, you go out to dinner and then try to turn over a table real quick and you don't have time to sit. That's what it feels like at that point. I agree with a lot of what he says in here. My fix for something like that would be move co-ed to a different day and different time.
Yeah.
Do co-ed on the Friday. I keep it where it should be after doubles. It's something like that. That's what I think it should be. Because in my opinion, singles should be last. It is always last. That is the highlight of the whole thing. Who won the scene? You know what? And that's what I think. So I think when you hit the nail on the head by saying when singles is over, you think you're done, and then all of a sudden, there's 5-6 games left that you could pick up, go down, retitle and stuff like that. When you and I are thinking about having dinner or hopping off stream.
Well, and even the co-ed teams, you're seeing less co-ed teams play that would in an event like this just because of when it's scheduled.
There were, yes.
So, like I said, I think it's more of a scheduling issue than anything. Nate Allen's saying to put the blind draw at the end. Maybe that does work better and then replace the blind draw with co-ed. I don't see a problem with that on Friday, right? Co-ed being in there for the big blind draw instead, and then put big blind draw after singles. Whoever wants to stay and play can, but it's not really a points-earning event. It's probably a better option. Less money being made, most likely, would be the argument there if I was to play devil's advocate on that. Less players playing the blind draw, less money to be made.
This is the second SuperMajor that was ever had, right?
Yes.
Okay. I promise you, somebody from the ACO, well, I hope so, I think so, they are going to watch this, and I agree with you that the scheduling needs to be shifted with co-ed. Co-ed should not go out in the dark. It should maybe it should have a whole nation interview or just some sort of interview with somebody and be streamed. I agree. It's just, man, that's that third day.
I'm just trying to think because
Right? You're 12 hours at least every day streaming, and then you're done with this. It's tough on our end. Like I hope you can see it from our end too, where it is very tough to sit there that long and do all that too.
Yeah,
and then have to pack up and know what's happening.
Singles pool started at 8 a.m. Singles last match we did was 7:15.
7:50. Yeah.
So that's almost 12 hours of even play. We probably, it's rough.
We were there the whole time too.
Yeah.
Not streaming though, but we're there.
I'm trying to think where you
making sure
fit
the
in
equipment's
co-ed. Like, you can't fit it in on Saturday.
No,
You know,
and that's
like-
why I think Friday was probably better. So Friday they did doubles, right, and then
Then
another
blind draw.
blind draw.
Yeah. That's where co-ed should go.
I'm just saying, co-ed, could be after doubles. To be honest,
And then the blind draw or no blind draw that day and move it to the end of single. I don't know. Doing two big blind draws is rough when you already have the tailgaters going on. You've got a lot of stuff going on. I don't know.
It's tough. I think it's just a scheduling deal, though.
Yeah.
I really do. Okay, what's next?
All right. Next would be don't allow players to sign up in tailgaters 1 to 2 hours. If they signed up for main event, i.e. singles, women's, co-ed, doubles, pushed everything
I
back.
agree.
That's just a start. But hey, at least people wasn't waiting like 4 or 5 hours between matches like in other tournaments I heard about.
So I 100% agree with you.
I think that they tried to do that.
And
right?
that's where I was going to go with that. Is that over the mic and the PA, they said it. I think countless times. Do not sign up for a tailgater if you are in this. If you sign, so this is where it's actually a really easy fix. Where you're saying that it kind of pushed everything back. It's a super easy fix. Come out with a standard on time before you're forfeit from your game.
Yeah.
And if you're not down there at your game and you didn't get your notification, you're forfeit. That's it. And trust me, it's going to be a lot less time than what it would have taken for that game to actually play. Stop chasing people around the building. Stop calling people to try to get them down there. People that are out to dinner that didn't think they needed something and then they got to rush back. Stuff like that happens. I got a call on somebody that wasn't at their game right away, and then that person in the tailgater was holding up somebody from not co-ed but quads, right? Like it was, it's a mess once you enter 2-3 tournaments at a time. And if that's what somebody does and they're in a game and then they're supposed to be, they're forfeit. They're done.
Yeah, what do you got time looks
That's
like?
me.
10 minutes? 5 minutes?
I I mean, what's reasonable to get to your court when you sign up for a cornhole tournament and you know that you're going to be there and you can pull up the bracket on your phone? What's reasonable? 10
I
minutes.
don't know. Yeah, 10 minutes seems like a lot, but I think that's the fairest.
The only thing that I would put in there is let's say I play back-to-back 3 games in a row, and I'm a smoker, right? And I'm just saying, let's say that. Yeah, I should have a 10-minute break to run outside, have a smoke, come back in.
You have 10 minutes.
If I'm playing, but you have that 10 minutes, right? And that's it. Let's say you're not on the board for that hour and a half, and your game comes up. You should have been watching. You know what I mean?
Do
and you still
agree with what you're saying, and I think a lot of this boils down to the fact that the ACO has to hold these people accountable, and because I've never heard of anybody being forfeited the game for not getting to a court.
Somebody was forfeit, but I think they left due to the storm, or they let or they somebody was forfeit. I did hear that, but the calls, it was over and over, and they tried everything in their power to get that game to go before it was forfeit. I don't know if it was 10 minutes. I think it was way over that.
I mean, I like if there was a setting on Cornholio where you hit 10 minutes and you it's forfeited. The match is forfeited. You have to select who's there and who's not.
A check-in button on score. Like, so when you get
there is a check-in. There's a start game, right? But yeah, you can check in as an individual.
Right, and if this person, it's not
that
on
person
you
has
to call
10
them.
minutes now. That person has 10 minutes now.
Yeah.
Right? Like, as soon as you
I hit check-in and I'm just warming up, sitting there alone, waiting. If they don't hit that freaking button, it's forfeit, it's done.
Yeah. I mean, I like that.
So I like that's a great idea. So that's where I would be with that. I agree that 1 to 2. If people are holding it up, being in tailgaters, number one, they should have never signed up for those tailgaters. It shouldn't have happened if they are in another tournament.
Yeah. Okay. Goods from Jeremy. CBC broadcast, awesome commentary on the live stream. Loved how y'all brought some players in and had their own segments to talk and give their takes. Braden was an awesome addition to the live stream after he had won the skins the night before. Tournament seemed to run pretty smooth other than just waiting for players in other events, but some could have been prevented. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it. Yeah. We do like getting other people in there.
It's a good
Braden loves the to do commentary. There's a lot of players that do, and some people can do it, some people can't. We didn't
get Isaac in there.
We didn't get Isaac. We didn't get Jace. There's people I'd like to get in there. It's just not. I mean, somebody like Isaac he lost early in his bracket, early-ish, and had to play pretty much the rest of the night. So you're not going to get him in there. We'll talk to him in Knoxville. Maybe we get somebody in there in Knoxville. But I did enjoy sitting with Braden, and you've done it with like Craig before. There's been time. We like doing that.
What up, Todd?
It gives one of us a break, which, I mean, the break means go sell bags. That's what Bill's doing when he's not in there.
The break is welcomed. Most of the time.
Get your eyes off of the screen. You're not sitting down. You're not constantly talking.
I'm freaking 41, about to be 42 this year. Dylan's like, he's not a spring chicken anymore. But you know what I mean? He's
maybe 30.
Yeah, he's 30. So he's got a lot more energy to sit there in front of the screen and watch it than I do. But dude, we try our butts off. I get a little more tired a little bit quicker.
And we appreciate. I mean, we've never gotten pushback on putting anybody in there. So I want to thank the ACO for that. If anybody listens, awesome. I mean, they go and watch our stuff. We know that, and they usually give credits to this and that. But we do appreciate nobody being. We would know when to remove somebody. I think they know that we hold that responsibility, and we take the stream very serious. And some people are like, oh, you're going to let him do it? He's crazy. He's going to say something crazy. I'm telling you right now, folks, when you put somebody in there that you think is crazy, their entire demeanor changes when they get. They're very respectful of us, of our stuff, of the game, of the ACO, and they change their personality when they come in on the broadcast. And I mean, I appreciate that from everybody that comes in.
Yeah.
So
okay, so we're good. Is that it? Is there any more stuff in here?
No, Jeremy made some picks. Jack Harker said he was happy he watched from home. Matt Boatman said he was happy to meet some people. We met so many people, man, and a lot of people right now are saying they love the vibe of the ACO. The people coming over from the ACO, the resounding comment we're getting from those people is they had no idea of the tournament environment, what it felt like. And that it's relaxing. Everybody's approachable. The people are more kind. Right. These are the things that we're hearing.
I mean, why don't you speak just on Molly?
Yeah, Molly. So my girlfriend, she's been to 2 majors now. Before that, she had been to 1 ACL Open, 1 ACL Conference, and multiple ACL Regionals. After going to just Concord Major, She spoke to how kind, and it was a smaller major, how kind people were, that how easy it was to make new friends, how it didn't feel cutthroat. It didn't feel like there was animosity in the air like she had felt at the ACL stuff. I mean, this is just to be honest here. And then she came to Owensboro, made even more friends, and I think some of her friends told her, it's like, oh, well, you had more fun there than ACL because your boyfriend's there. And it's like, Molly's like, I barely even see Dylan. He's working the entire time, which unfortunate for us, but it's great because the ACO provides an environment for somebody who doesn't know anybody, to make friends immediately. And Molly now has dozens of friends just from being and going to ACO tournaments. And yeah, I mean, I think that she's a great example of the difference of tournaments and what the ACO is and does for people that maybe people don't know about, Yeah. And a lot of people like the singles and doubles pool play. I mean, compared to signing up in competitive in ACL, no matter how good you play, you can never go play against the pros, right? And that's my favorite thing about ACL pool play.
Don't you have to pay $500?
Well, no, but if you sign up as a competitive player, like you sign up for singles competitive at ACL Open Myrtle Beach, right? You can only play competitive.
Yeah.
That's all you can play. In the ACO, you sign up for singles. Everybody pays the $40. Everybody. Me, you, besides the pros, they get into the main bracket. But anybody else plays in pools. And if you play your butt off that day, if you're a 7.5 PPR, but somehow you throw 9s, and now you make the main bracket, you continue that, you beat somebody like,
I know, dude.
like
You
a
can go
pro,
we've
right?
seen it numerous times.
It could happen.
You
and
go on a run, you get a jersey, and
and that's what I love about the ACO is the opportunity to play and beat anybody. I mean, the real motto of anybody can play, anybody can win, which is the ACL's motto.
Yeah.
Is not true anymore. It's anybody can pay, anybody can play is what I say now. And because you have to pay $500 to even play against a pro anymore. So the ACO a huge advantage there. If people don't know this, now you know. Spread the word. It's one of the best things about the ACO.
It is.
It really is.
It is.
And all the pros. There's nobody who thinks they're better than anybody else really in there. I mean, there might be your onesies and twosies, your outliers that have some sort of ego, but for the most part, the pro players in the ACO are the nicest people I've ever met. They're willing to help all the new people.
Most of them. There are outliers, but most of them. Yeah.
But they're very willing to help new people and grow the sport, and that's what I see a lot from the ACO players. Yeah, Todd Choate says $40 versus $500.
And so I mean, there are other like you could play. I think for not for free. Maybe they do have.
They have a free membership.
They change it. But you can never play those top pros. You can't just show up to an open. You can't do anything like that. You have to pay that $500 to be that elite or advanced.
And then to do that,
just to play.
Your second sacrifice is now you can no longer play ACO because now you have to sign a contract that the ACL tells you what you can and cannot play. Something else Bill and I do not agree with.
I hate that. I hate that.
So first of all, you have to pay $500 just to get a chance to be a pro or play a pro. Secondarily, you're now handcuffed to only playing in the ACL, and I find that a little bit of a cult maneuver. To say it as kindly as I can, to be honest, because I could use a different vocabulary for what
it's tough.
It is.
It's tough,
but
you get out there and you want to increase or hone your skills, be better. You want to play against better people. Well, you got to pay $500 to do it.
Yeah, anybody.
And if you're mid-tier, you're paying that $500. That's not even the entry fees though either.
Right, entry fees are more than ACO entry fees as well. ACO membership is $50 for everybody.
Yeah.
Or $20 for the social if you just want to play locally for the entire year. I mean, it's a great deal. Marcus Wilson says ACO has some of the best people around. You can definitely tell everyone there is wanting to have a good time and
into everyone else as well.
What is that word?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah. I don't know, Marcus.
Todd Taylor, good seeing you, brother. Thank you guys so much this weekend, this week. Thank you for the podcast. If you need some bags, you know where to go. CBCbags.com. Hit us up. This is CBC Faith Family 4 Baggers.
Out.